Hello, hello. Welcome to Real Estate Gist with Modesty. Let's know where you are watching from. So kindly state your name and your location. Let's know where you are watching from. You're welcome. You're welcome to today's episode of Real Estate Gist with Modesty. So let us know your name and your location. I remain your favorite real estate consultant, Emeka Modesty of Agbor, committed to building homes and sustainable real estate investment. So let's know your name and your location. All right, your name and your location. And do well to share this video. We're going to be looking at something very awesome, something that's definitely going to benefit from. So you'll be doing your friend a lot of help by sharing this video with him, your friends and your audience. So do it to share the video, do it to share to as many persons as possible. Let's know where you are watching from. Any moment from now, we'll be starting. So Real Estate Gist with Modesty. Comment with your name and your location. And today we're going to be looking at real estate fears and the way out. Real estate investment fears. Real estate investment fears and the way out. Real estate investment fears and the ways out, how to come out of it. All right, if you ask any average person, why are you not investing in real estate? Even with all the talk on real estate, you're not investing. Why? They will tell you it's because of one or two fears. And so what are these fears and what are the possible solutions to these fears? So I believe that this episode of Real Estate Gist with Modesty is going to be so helpful in your journey of wealth. It's going to be so helpful in your real estate investment. So do well to share this video. All right, so don't forget to comment with your name and your location. Your name and your location. So comment with your name and your location. Let's know where you are watching from. Let's know where you are watching from. Let's know where you are watching from with your name and your location. So today we're going to be looking at 5 major fears, real estate fears, investment fears, and possible solutions to them. Right? 5 major real estate fears and the possible solutions to them. What are the fears? What are the drawbacks? What are the things that make people not to invest in real estate? What are the things that make you, my listener, not to invest in real estate? What are the possible risks? And what are the solutions? What are the answers, the way out? And because as a real estate expert with over a decade of practicing real estate and giving clients, satisfying clients in real estate investment and offers, I believe I have the experience and knowledge to provide adequate solutions to these fears, right? So let's get right into the matter. Real estate investment fears. So I'm going to go straight to the point. What are the fears? The first major fear is property scamming. Is the first major fear. That is the fear of losing your money, a fear of being scammed when you buy a land or invest in real estate. Of course, there are different real estate investment offers, not just buying a land. It's not just buying a land. It could be short-let investment, it could be commercial investment, it could be house flipping. There are different real estate investment offers, as we have looked at that in one of the episodes of Real Estate Gist with Modesty. So in today's episode, we're looking at the fears of real estate investment and the possible solutions. So the first one is property scamming or real estate scam. All right, property scamming. What I mean by scam, whereby you sell a property that is not genuine, sold to you, or somebody collects your money in the name of a real estate investment, and at the end, the person you discover that there is no property anywhere. Many persons showed you a wrong land. There are different aspects of this scam. Showed you a wrong land, or showed you a property that is not genuine, showed you a property that it does not have the right to sell. But I even heard of one that a friend of mine fell victim of. They showed the person a property, and not knowing that is not the person does not own any property, only for them to do agreement, and they did not put exact location of the agreement. And the client get to know 2 years after, right? 2 years after that there was no location in the agreement because there was no land anywhere. All right, so that would have been avoided, and that's why you need today's episode So real estate property scamming is the process of taking people's money without giving them the property, or without doing the actual investment. All right, without doing the actual investment. It's a major fear when it comes to real estate. How am I sure these lands are genuine? How am I sure that they are actually good lands? How am I sure? What is my assurance? So what are the possible solutions to these fears when it comes to property scamming? The one major solution is what is called search. Search. Do adequate search before buying a property. You know, we have different kinds of searches. We have a search that will include you verifying the land documents. For instance, as a company, we don't sell any property without doing a search on the land document to authenticate to find out the authenticity of the land, right? We don't market any property without finding that out. So you have to do proper search on the property. You have to do proper search on the real estate investment. Do a search on the land. Do a search on the renter, the person that you are buying from. Do a search on all of these. Do background searches. Request for the document of the property, right? Property scamming can be avoided. Can you be 100% sure of a property before buying it? Yes, you can be 100% sure, because once you have verified the document, you've done what is called social search. That one never fails. Social search, whereby you go back to the location of the document of the property and you make inquiry in the society, in the area, to find out if that is the actual owner of the property. That can never fail. You just tip some guys and they'll help you do that. All right. So property search is a major way to avoid real estate scamming, right? Or property scamming. And many times we do tell our investors, you may not have all the time to do all of this when it comes to real estate investment. All you have is your money. That's why you need a competent realtor real estate company that can guide you, because for our clients, we take the stress off them and we do all the searches. All they need is actually their money, right? So one major way to avoid property scamming is through searches. Another way is which is linked to this search is land documents. You have to verify the documents. You have to check the name in the document and see that it's the actual owner that is selling it. What if you say it's my father that owns the land? You have to get a link. How are we sure that you are the only son? Remember what is property scamming? When somebody sells a property to you that is not genuine, or that he doesn't have the right to sell, that does not exist at all. That is the worst form of scamming. There is no property anywhere. You just sold the land to you. Just showed you anywhere. All right? How many people do that? So when it comes to property scamming, with the adequate document verification, this can be avoided. So you check the name on the document. What if the person tells you that it's his father's own? You find out whether he's the first son. You find out whether he has the right to sell. You find out whether the siblings are whether they're in support of him selling the property. So the person has to have the right to sell, not just anyhow person. No. So in real estate, property scamming can be avoided by doing proper real estate search and land document verifications, right? Everything is important in real estate purchase. You don't overlook anything. It's important, from the spelling of the name. I dealt with a case recently whereby someone wanted to sell a property and requested the document as a manais because our client wanted to buy it, and we noticed that there is an omission of a letter in the name in the document. That was enough reason to tell my client to turn off from the property, because any other person can answer this. All right, any other person can answer this. So I had to dig deeper into it after doing my social search, and I told the person, you have to provide an ID card that contains this very name, or we back out. That was the only way, and luckily enough for the seller, he was able to do that. He said some people usually confuse that name. That some people, let me give an instance. I'm not giving you the actual name. I will use my name as an example. Emeka and Emeke. Imagine you see a document that is obviously called Emeka, and my name is obviously called Emeke. You know, that is enough to discredit the genuinity of the property. So I had to request for backup document, and the seller was able to provide that. If not, I will tell my client to back out or buy at your risk. All right, because there have to be adequate collaboration in the land documents. There have to be adequate collaboration. So one way to avoid property scamming is through land document verification and also property searches. And we have different kind of search. If there have been a court dispute on the land, you have to do what is called a probate search. You have to go to the court and verify that the person selling the property won the judgment or had the judgment to the highest court of authority. Because if not, another person can come and renew the case in a higher court and you get to lose your land. So all of these searches are important in avoiding property scamming. All right. Another fear to have of real estate investment is land dispute. Similar to property scamming, but quite different. Land dispute. You know, people know that people can kill for land. People can do anything for land, right? So they a bit scared, like, I don't want to get involved in anything land because of wahala. I don't want wahala. I don't want land dispute. I just want to make my money, just enjoy my life. I don't want land dispute, right? So now let me say this. On many occasions, land dispute cannot be completely avoided. I will explain. It cannot be completely avoided. But land disputes, you can have 100% assurance that if a dispute arises, it will be in your favor. Now, you can buy a property that is genuine, you have passed the first year, and you are the actual owner of the property. What is called an intruder, someone that doesn't own the property, just come from nowhere and say, this property belongs to me. A dispute has started. Land wahala has started, so it takes you to court. Now, what will save you in that case is what is called evidence. That is one way to come out of land dispute. Evidence. You know, in land purchase, evidence is everything. Evidence is what saves you for land dispute. What is your evidence? I don't tell people don't pay for land with cash. No. Pay with transfer. Keep your transfer receipt. Keep all your conversations screenshotted. Keep all your records. Keep your agreement, your land documents. In fact, when the land document fails, other evidences will usually back up the transaction. So what all you need to find out that this land truly belongs to you is just evidence. It's just evidence. So what can save you in a land dispute, or one way out of this land dispute fear, is evidence. Have enough evidence. You bought a land from the right person, and this person is the actual owner, and another family comes up and says it's their land. Or you didn't buy it from their brother. Okay, let me give you a scenario. Imagine you bought the land from a young man and the man died, God forbid, it happens, and the person dies and his brother comes and says you didn't buy it from his elder brother, for instance. How do you prove to them that you bought the land? You say only God knows. We understand God knows. God vindicates. But when it comes to court judgment, when it comes to land disputes, the only thing that can save you is evidence. Did you have a screenshot of the chat during the conversations? Did you record the calls? Imagine he had not signed the agreement before he passed out. Did you record the calls? Do you have proofs that you truly bought this land? Because that's going to save you. So one way to come out of land disputes, which is a major fear in real estate investment, is evidence. Right? Is what? Evidence. So you must have adequate evidence for your real estate investment. And most importantly, not just having the evidence, keep the evidence in a place that is eternally secured. You know, land doesn't get bad. Land is a fixed asset, right? So the internet has made it so easy for us to save things eternally. You know, before now, people go to the bank to keep land documents and keep important documents, right? But now, instead of going through all of that stress, you can just scan all the documents properly and put it in OneDrive, in your email or in OneDrive, in a place that you have permanent access to, right? That if anything happens to the document, maybe it gets wiped out, maybe you lost it, maybe fire cuts the place, just something happens, you have to have backup, you have to have a place where you can easily retrieve them back. So that is very, very important. So one way to come out of this land dispute as a major fear for real estate investment is evidence. Have enough evidence and back up your evidence forever. Back up your evidence in an online store, right? So remember, we are looking at real estate investment fears. Why do people not invest in real estate and the possible solutions? Real estate investment fears and the possible solutions. That's what we are looking at. So we've looked at property scamming. which is a major fee in real estate investment, and we have explained the way out. There are major ways to avoid being scammed by being scammed in buying a property. Major ways. Imagine somebody sent a property to you. This is the first time you're having a conversation with a person, and the person does not have an online presence. He does not have an office. You don't have any trace of the person. You know you're going to be buying at your risk, right? You don't even know where he lives. You don't, especially in this online world, you doesn't have any online face. No. You have to do your adequate search. You don't just buy properties like that. So we have explained that. I've explained land dispute, and I've told you how to avoid that, right? How to avoid land dispute. How to avoid land dispute. That even when you are buying the genuine land dispute can arise, but you have to have enough evidence, because that can be in your favor, right? Now, another fear that people have in real estate investment is what is called property value fluctuation. Property value fluctuation. How am I sure the price of land that I'm buying is going to increase? Remember, this is not just buying land to build. We are looking at fears in real estate investment. And when you hear investment, what is in your mind is ROI, return on investment. There is no investor that does not think of profit. The key thing in investment is profit. That's what I usually tell people. You don't buy land because of sentiment. You don't buy land because of you love it. You need a location that sells. And it's not every property that sells in a location. Right? So in buying the right location, there's what is called the developmental factor. What is the rate of development in this location? What is happening new? For instance, if a school is coming to a place, that can be the selling point. They are just doing the road. That can be the selling point. In the city of Ibadan, for instance, there is a major hot cake that we have. I've been reaching out to our investors, and some of them have been smart enough to take advantage, and you can still do that. There is a particular major road that is being constructed, circular road, and that road is going to connect Osun State, Oyo State, and I think 2 other states. All right? So there is a major road, and we have an estate that is facing this road. Facing this road directly. Imagine buying a property in this estate. The estate was launched at the price of 768,000 per plot in the month of January. Follow me. Currently, the estate is selling for 1.2 million naira. Bang, bang. In less than 4 months. Right? Now, if you will be rest assured that this estate will not be less than 2.5 million naira by this time next year. So you already know, you don't need a DBI, you don't need a CI, you don't need anyone to tell you that with the road construction that is already ongoing, this is a major, huge investment. So when it comes to property value fluctuation, when it comes to the fear of property value fluctuation, you look out for the developmental factor. As a company, for instance, we don't sell anything that does not have any, we don't sell any property that does not have return on investment. That's our rule. If I tell my guys in the office, if I cannot buy it, I cannot sell it. If I cannot invest there, it's not worth selling to my clients and my investors. So we make sure that anything we are pushing out there is a good enough with great returns on investment. So when it comes to property value fluctuation, you can be 100% certain. You look at the rate of development, right? You look at the rate of development. You look at the factors in that environment. Does it have access road? Is there light? Is there a school? Has government made any statement about it? For instance, another location in Ibadan, Olonda, that the road is currently under construction. In fact, they've even gone far. This particular location, I'm going to give you the history of this location. As at 2 years ago, before they did Agbor to Gate, I think 2-3 years ago, people were buying land for 500,000. All right? They now did the road from Agbor to Gate. So lands in Olonda now turned to about 1.2, 1.5 million. Now they are extending the road from Agbor Ibadan to Olonda. Lands in Olonda currently are selling for one minimum land you can get that makes sense is 2 million naira. In fact, if you have 1.8, you are privileged. It must be distressed. Believe me, when they finish this road with the rate of development there, with the security and the lights, you won't get any land in Olonda that makes sense, that is close to where people are already living, that is not an extension for anything less than 3 million, 3.5. You know why? because of the road. So that is certainty. That is a place to invest in. It's a place to invest in. So when it comes to price value fluctuation, you can be 100% certain there is no luck in real estate investment. There is no game. There's no game in real estate investment. You can actually be sure, you can be certain that what you are doing is going to pay off. By considering these factors. The last example I'm going to give is a property in Abuja. Gwawalada. We have a property there, we have an estate there. This property started selling at the rate of 2.5 million naira. Guess what? Now it's selling for 5 million naira. And for May 5th, see, I'm checking my time because the clock is clicking. Time is running out for this property. For May 5th, this property is going to be selling for 7.5 million naira. And all you need as a smart investor, just 1 million down payment. You know, the whole instrumental payment plan in the real estate sector makes real estate investments superb. I mean, you can just drop your money. It makes it out of this world. It makes it amazing. You can just pay 500K. Okay, let me explain that by this property that is 5 million that is going to 7.5. I have investors that bought at January when it was 2.5. That time, the down payment was 500K. Now the down payment is 1 million. And some of them are still paying. Some of them are paying till December. You know the good part? They bought at 2.5. By that December, when they will finish their payment, the property will not be less than 10 million. Tell me what else can give you this kind of investment that allows instrumental payment? Nothing. Absolutely nothing. So real estate investment is amazing. Once you are able to deal with these fears, and as I'm making this video, I mean, there is no smart investor that shouldn't prioritize investing in real estate. Right? You're watching this video right now. This is the best decision you can make for your life and your future. So one major fear, as I was saying, is price fluctuation. That can be easily handled. So make your proper inquiry. Make sure that it has enough developmental factor. Make sure you are buying the right property at the right location. Don't just buy land because it's close to you. Don't buy land because your friend is selling it. Don't buy land out of sentiment. Especially if you are buying for investment purpose. Investment is return on investment. Investment is profit. Investment is money. Ego, kudi. Right? No matter the language you understand. That's what you'll be thinking of. How am I going to sell this land? 1 year, 2 years from now. That's all that should be in your mind. And we are your expert connect when it comes to real estate investment. Alright? Then another fear when it comes to real estate investment is building regulations and compliance. Especially when it comes to estate land, building regulations and compliance. Now I tell people there is one thing that we cannot trade. We cannot trade for anything. Is integrity. What do you mean by building regulation and compliance? After buying this my land now, if I say I want to build there in the future, what if they say I should not build? I cannot build bungalow. I can only build duplex. I cannot build this one. I can only build this one. All of those building regulations. Now the truth is this. How to avoid this fear is get to know in the estate you are investing in if there is any regulation like that before you buy. That's why there's always estate form. That's why your rector should send you the form. You get to go through because you will get to know. We have estates that we are selling that have regulations like that. I can only build duplex. You can only build bungalows. I'm going to tell our client there's a regulation on this estate. And we have estate that you can build anything you like. The developers don't really care what you build. Right? So that building regulations and compliances can actually be completely avoided. How? By finding out before you invest in the estate. Find out. Ask your realtor, ask your connect, ask the person you are buying from, is there any regulation on this? What is the refund policy? What is the transfer of land policy? All of those things are part of the regulations. If I want to resell this property, how does the company come in? Because some company will say they will tell you they will take 5%, they will take 10% to transfer the ownership to another person. You will get to find out from the beginning. Because it's going to save you a lot. Those are the regulations that people fear. There is no fear here at all if you are sincere enough to find out. Ask all the questions you need to ask, right? So this can completely be avoided. Then finally, which is very, very important, which is one of the most important fears that people have, it is what is called property maintenance and security. Property maintenance and security. Let me explain. How sure am I that if I invest in this real estate, that if I buy that land, in the next 20 years, this land will still be there and I will still be the owner? That's what is called security. How secure is that location? Government will not come for it. Nobody will intrude into it. It will still be in my name, and I'll still be the owner. The truth is this: when it comes to government property maintenance and security, you can be 100% secured. Depend on several factors. First, depend on who you are buying from and where you are buying it. Where you are buying it in the sense that you have to check if the land is under acquisition or not. If the government has any form of interest on the land. See, don't be deceived. People say, it may be government land, they will not come for it. Even after 30 years, I know my friend that bought a government land and is still living there. They have not come for it. You may just be unfortunate enough to just buy, and they came for it the next week. So don't say because people buy estate land, people buy government land and go scot-free, you can do that. Never. No. So the place you are buying the land, make sure it's free from acquisition. Make sure the government don't have any form of interest on the land. So when it comes to property security and maintenance, that is a key thing. Then who you are buying from, in the sense of make sure you are dealing with a competent, reliable company. Not a company that will collect your money after giving you allocation. They will tell you something happened. No. It has to be a reliable company you're dealing with. And there are many ways to find out that. And that's why you don't just play smartness. You don't usually tell people who can send a property to you and you go back and you buy the property. As long as we're not involved, we can't be involved. Because there are things we do, there are modalities we put in to secure our client. In our company, we tell people we don't just sell land, we sell peace of mind. It's not a statement. It's like the blood that flows through Modesty Real Estate. It's the blood of our company. That means that any land that you buy from us, you can come back after 30 years and you will still see the land, still in your name, see the owner. Right? So because we go the extra mile to ensure the security. So that really is not a fear. When it comes to maintenance and fear, it can be completely avoided by buying from the right place and the right people. Don't forget, that is a way out. You must buy from the right place, free from accusation. You must buy from the right people. I believe you've gained something in today's episode of Real Estate Gist with Modesty. So let me know if you have any question, anything that you would like us to look into. You just comment with your name. If there's anything you would like us to address, kindly comment. Right? Any question, what or store? Don't forget we looked at real estate investment fears and the way out. And I remain your favorite real estate consultant, Emeka Modesty Real. If you have 800,000 right now in your account, you have 50,000 right now in your account, you have 8 million right now in your account, you have 100 million right now in your account, and you're looking at a reputable real estate investment you can put it in, congratulations. Real estate is your best connect for it, right? Because with real estate, this money is going to multiply. With real estate, this money is going to have 100% security, and it's going to be with zero risk and zero effort. So reach out to us at Modesty Real Estate, and let's help you secure your real estate investment, no matter your level of income. All we need to know is the amount you can spend per month. And let's help you multiply this money in 1 year. And you're going to be amazed how this money will multiply. I have subscribers to our estate. I started paying for an estate when it was 600,000. And some of those estates are like 1.8 and they are still paying. So you see how amazing it is, and it's less than 1 year. Right? So we have offers like that for you in Lagos, in Ibadan, in Abuja, and in Edo State. We have a lot of pre-launch offers, because one of the major ways to actually make money in real estate is tapping into offers. So call the number on the screen, reach out to us, and let's get you these amazing offers. Thank you once again for watching. Thank you for watching. So I look forward to seeing you in the next episode of Real Estate Gist with Modesty. I remain your favorite real estate consultant, Emeka Modesty Real. Thank you. Thank you for joining us. Yeah, thank you. Thank you.